And howdy doody.
It's Tuesday.
Is it?
Welcome.
It feels like the Monday-est Tuesday ever.
It's effed up stack Tuesday.
And hello, Dustin. Yeah, we'll have some sneakers, some lurkers. But we're gonna say hello to everybody anyway.
Oh boy.
And I'm sporting a new hat. Because y'all should be buying. It's yeah.
It's a nice hat.
His channel. Quack off.
Quack go quack yourself.
Quack off. There we go.
Quack your mama. I hope I put this back on right. Look what happened.
Yellow Rose is in the house.
That yellow freaking wire pulled out.
The yellow wire pulled out. Oh boy.
Yep. It pulled out. But yes, I had to flip my my freaking standoffs around or my stack screws around because Kai said I had them wrong. So I had to pull them back off.
I didn't say you had it wrong. I said you had it backwards.
Backwards and wrong. And
I mean, only you would put it in backwards.
There, that's better, but now I got a yellow wire that's hanging out weird. All right.
Oh yeah, look who came back to the shop. We had to do some repairs.
Nothing's freaking easy.
Trying to flash stuff. He didn't flash it right. Meaning that guy. Well, that guy there.
The claim is that it's either my computer or it's either me, but it can't be Betaflight or anything else. I would probably bet that might be the fact. So
it's not you, it's your computer.
Yeah, who bought the computer?
I'm going to turn on some light around here so people can see me. There we go.
Who bought the computer? Yeah. Me. Who decided to buy the cheap one?
And you see where I squeezed your receiver in there? Behind the camera?
Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, we've got Express LRS now.
Yep. Mount an antenna down below.
So
put a little zip tie in there. That'll hold it.
So we're almost respectable. We're almost a respectable.
But right now it's topless, and it's topless for a reason. And the reason is back here. The GPS.
Well, you guys saw a video when I was flying with my Integras. That was that little bird right there. So it did work. It was working.
We needed to upgrade, and yes. This is something for everybody to know. If you have the Integra goggles and you have no 3 air unit or any air unit, Vista or the OG air unit, whichever way you want to call, if you want the full HD OSD experience, you need to be on Betaflight 4.4 or newer. And the latest version is actually 4.41 or 4.4.1. There we go. So 4.4.0 or newer, gets you the OSD, HD OSD business. And it makes a huge difference.
Yep, there's a lot of little perks that you get for being part of that club.
Yeah. So over the course of the last couple of days, I actually had to update my entire fleet to 4.4 or better. And that in itself had its little challenges because when we tried to flash this bird, all of a sudden this thing became non-responsive.
Yeah,
And
it's not easy. The flashing of that it's not guaranteed.
I figured out what or how to get it back out of its whatever funk it was in. Just push that little button right there on the side. Let's see. Does it show now? There you go. Push that little button right there, the boot button, while you plug in the unit. That put it in DFU mode, and I could flash the proper firmware to it.
Yeah, because we got in a loop where it wasn't flashing.
So I got it to flash, was 4.4.0, and installed the receiver, and everything was good. And I put the top on it, and I'm trying to program his OSD in, and none of the GPS elements in OSD show up. None. I went round and round with this thing, made sure the ports are configured right, the GPS configuration is right. I can actually type in GPS pass through and get the hieroglyphs. So I know this thing is talking to the GPS is talking to the flight control. So we know everything is wired correctly. But for some reason, nothing would show. And the icon in Betaflight that up there on the top right corner was the little GPS icon that lights up. It doesn't light up either. And I have since learned that only when this thing acquires satellites is that the GPS icon in Betaflight will come on, and it actually shows the GPS data on the goggles.
It's being funky, basically.
I have another quad app here, that the Titan DC5. I updated 4.4, didn't have that problem. No problem whatsoever. This thing throws all sorts of fits. I actually bought another GPS unit to put in here. Plugged that in, thinking it might be a faulty GPS unit. Nada. I almost went as far as buying a new flight controller for this thing. I haven't even told you that. I actually had one in my freaking Amazon cart already.
No.
Because, well, Amazon would have got here the fastest. But I was about ready to pull the trigger on the flight controller, thinking something happened to flight. Remember this flight controller had the little burn mark on it?
Right. No, I was expecting something like that. That's why I didn't. I was holding my breath mostly.
Yeah. Well. Oh, Sergio's in the house.
I'm just refishing. I said to stack that so it's right.
Yeah.
And then we got the long antennas. So now we've got Mr. Croc with proper rear antennas. So instead of those goofy antennas coming out the side, we now are going full body length, and it's tucked underneath. So
You already got them plugged into the air unit there?
Yep. Something's going to be effed up on that too. I can feel it.
Well, anyway.
But yeah.
So, Sergio, I know you built quite a bit too. Have you had any problems with your GPS like that? I don't know. I've looked through the GitHub, see if and there's other people reported this problem, and this is not the first time this has happened.
Right.
And somebody blames it on Betaflight Configurator. So I tried different versions of Betaflight Configurator. Had nothing to do with any of that.
Bardwell's kind of saying that it's not a slam dunk, that there can be funky things
Funky. That's
that can
about
happen
an understatement.
with the adjustments. So,
but here, I mean, let's play a little here. I actually got Betaflight on the other screen, so I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna unplug the air unit so it don't get freaking cooked.
On the other hand, trustworthy DJI still flies. I still got the red props on. I still got the 4-bladers on. I don't freaking paid $16 for them. They better freaking stay on there for a while.
Yeah, we don't need that right now. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, I'd like to get that long range out to my 8,000 foot point if I can get it there. I brought the FPV out that far.
So I'm gonna plug in just like we normally do. So here's our quad. That's working. Yep. I gotta figure out a way to turn off that freaking.
Turn off, yeah. You can turn off random and stuff.
Yeah.
You can take that off. It's probably on your overlay. Just turn off your overlay, whatever. Just the StreamYard thing is, we'll have to deal with that. That ain't going anywhere. Hey, it could be EvMux, because EvMux puts that freaking thing that it kind of comes and goes. Just as big a pain. Hey, if StreamYard charged $10 a month, I would freaking use it. And they give me all the power of the overlay.
I want to upgrade. All right. Well, now at least we can see where the GPS icon would be. Right up there in the corner. So now we're going to plug in the battery. Because so GPS is on.
Right.
So we got the lights on. But we have nothing yet.
GPS just
now it just came on. All right, turn on the expert mode. Here we go. As soon as it starts picking up satellites, that icon usually comes on.
Oh, there's the signal strength.
I've got your air unit unplugged so it doesn't get cooked. But the whole thing is sitting on the fan anyway. So let's see, it's starting to pick up satellites. Even though I'm sitting in sight. So I think that's pretty freaking impressive, actually.
Yeah, it is.
But we're still at 0 and 0 for latitude and longitude.
Right.
Let's see. She's searching. It'll take a minute. And it takes longer now because we're sitting inside. Yeah. And it's a cold start. So
how's your weather? Speaking of cold start, you guys warm right now?
It's warming up again.
Yeah. I got I've been working. I worked on my pool this weekend. I had to get everything. I had to fix a big line. When the guys put a filter on, they didn't tighten down right on the pump. So
Now
my
we're
pump was
starting to
leaking.
see latitude
There
and
it is right
longitude.
here. We're getting GPS data. We're getting longitude.
It's not anywhere as close to correct at this point, but she's getting there. We got 1, 2, 3 fully locked ones right now. Yeah, she's a ways off right now. What's the latitude and longitude? Because it should be 29 and change and
right
94 and change. But once it picks up a lock, you'll actually show a map showing exactly where it's sitting.
Cool. I still haven't bought a fan. I got to get one of them little flat fans.
I thought you ordered one.
There we go. There it is.
We got the lock. When we show the map, exactly where we're at.
Everybody take a screenshot and go visit Kai.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
It does. So it does get there.
It'll get there, but I mean, I was expecting slightly different behavior. Because if I plug in my other one, it goes automatic and it plugs in.
We'll plug that one in. Let's see it. Let's see the contrast.
We're going to.
Maybe Utah screwed it up. Maybe it's got special needs now because it flew with me.
Well, on this one, actually, the satellite is plugged in. Yeah, get over yourself. But see, this one, as soon as you plug it in, GPS light is on.
Right. Lights are on.
Go over here.
Let's see how long it takes for that to go. Because that took a good 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
That was like
we're sitting inside. So
yeah,
I mean,
right. I understand that we're there, but still, let's see if this one can pick it up quicker. I thought you were saying that it wasn't working at all.
Well, for the longest time, I didn't see it working at all because all you saw was this screen and the
right.
icon never came on.
Right. You were
so
never
after replacing your GPS was a new GPS I ordered, then it went quick all of a sudden. But yeah. Yeah, we're still on 002.
Right. I'm kind of feeling out the time to see if it's a drastic difference.
Well, this is a different GPS unit, so
right. So, but
this is a TBS M8.2. Pretty sure it's GBS one. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's just having a hard time doing it with us, with me sitting inside.
Yeah, but you can still do the test. You know, I mean, this isn't any worse than having the original Mavic when it was freaking looking for satellites. uh, that was joyous. Getting your Mavic to lock on the satellites.
Yep, we're seeing numbers.
Yep, we got numbers.
Nowhere near to the right numbers, but
So we're almost about the same time. They're pretty much acting the same way. I haven't, you know,
yeah, except when you plug this one on, the GPS light comes, the icon lights up right away.
right away, right?
Which could be a speedy beat thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, convection in the house, and Michael, our Texas strong guy.
Yeah, for you guys coming in late, we are testing out one of the issues
And Chris Hope
of the 4.4 beta flight software, which is
we're on. This one is on 4.4.0.
so when that's all done, am I going to be able to do GPS return?
Yeah.
Interesting. I really don't give a shit about that, to be quite honest. When you fly FPV, you just kind of do it, you know. But it's kind of a cool thing that they just did a little work on because it probably was able to do it for a while.
And Ben T is in the house.
And they decided to make it actually a functioning part of beta flight, which is kind of cool. It's what makes beta flight neat because you've got engineers constantly tweaking it, which also is a reason why you can have a headache because engineers are constantly tweaking it. So it seems like mine was working better.
Well, again, we're sitting inside.
I don't know. Same roof though. Same roof. Same house.
Different satellite receiver though.
Yeah,
you'll get there eventually. The only
anybody,
good thing about mine, it powers off the USB. So
anybody, while we're waiting, anybody have an estimate as to what that new Mavic 3 is going to cost? I'm thinking
$2,500.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to say the exact same number, $2,500. That's too much. That is so much money.
What's that sweet child of mine at startup? That is Blue Jay.
Blue Jay, yeah.
Blue Jay lets you pick and choose your startup sound.
We didn't put Blue Jay on Mr. Croc, did we? I should
Nope.
I should update it. I should reflash.
I think Mr. Croc is on a 32-bit BL 32. You don't want to mess with that.
No.
If it's BL-LES, then we want.
Right.
Texas Strong Guy says $2,600 base.
Yeah. For the freaking camera from hell. The camera from absolute hell.
Chuck seems to think $2,200 for the drone only. There's going to be two versions of the Pro. There's going to be the Pro, and then there's going to be the Pro Cine. The Cine Pro was the RC Pro smart controller.
Oh,
that's going to be $6,000.
Jeez. Oh man.
Between now and then, we've got the Inspire to deal with anyway. I mean, after you bought the Inspire, you won't have money to buy the Mavic 3 Pro. So,
yeah, there's
don't worry about that.
I don't think you have to worry about me dropping that off. There's nothing I need to know about that. And the people that I hang out with freaking would rather see me take a mini to freaking town and not a drone that they're never going to buy.
Here, Chris has the right idea. Wait a while and buy used.
The thing about those is it's going to take 2 years for used to even matter. That's how pricey those things are. They don't mess with with those at all. Yeah, I agree. Used is definitely the way to go. I don't have anything about any problem buying used.
Okay. Chuck just says for 99%, the Mavic 3 Classic is fine. Micro Four Thirds is sweet. You know what? For 98% of all, Air 2S is fine.
Well, for probably 99.9%, the Mini 2 SE is fine. They're so capable now. It's not like you're fighting. It's like somebody asked me, you should do a test on the Ace 2, Hubsan Ace 2, and I should take that. I'm like, why? Why would I want to do that?
Yeah, this GPS receiver will not pick up anything. Not out here.
It doesn't want to go through the roof, man.
Maybe we'll place it up here.
She doesn't want to. I'm.
Yeah, no, that made it worse.
This is the newest problem I have right here. When you start messing with stuff, you see that GPS wire? How short it is? I can't get to the freaking back. I extended the back out to move those antennas. Now I'm going to have to add the pigtail onto this to put the GPS on because it just ain't going to make it. But Mr. Croc's turning into freaking Mr. Badass.
And I'm pulling the plug on this experiment. Stuff is getting warm.
That's interesting. That wouldn't lock
in. This is an even smaller satin GPS receiver than what you have on.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the ability to pull in enough satellites.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the house. You know? For the other one to even get that far is pretty amazing.
Jim's been without internet for the last couple of hours. Good for you, man. What'd you do with that quality time?
Well, without internet, you can't stream nothing either.
So you can't.
No internet, no Netflix.
Hey, so Jim, are you on your phone? My guess. Like missing a hand. Like missing a hand. Is that where we're at right now? Without internet, we're out without Which hand are you missing? Which hand are you missing? Your left hand or your right hand? So, if anybody's interested in Integras,
let's see what this thing does.
Really good.
Juice to it? No, we don't have any juice to it. So.
I got another question for you guys on the chat. I was on the Best Buy website, and I was looking at used or refurbished DJI FPVs because I could get the goggles 2 and the controller 2 for basically the price of the entire drone. The drone would be costing me about $100. I just thought that would be a good deal. Then I could dink around with that for a while, and then because the goggles 2 are going to be gone. so I can at least get rid of the goggles 2. But those things are nice. The goggles 2 are great. I sold mine, by the way. So I am now only with goggles 1. And then I got both of the I got the Integras and the
Bob Casey is in the house. Hello.
Pros. Somebody bought my Mavic, my Mini 3 a while back. I finally looked at my phone. I'm like, I'm still bound to it. So I unbound it. Finally, the kid, whoever bought it's owned it for about 6 months. So they're going to open it up going, it's not going to work. And DJI is going to say, hey, you need to bind this drone.
Here's a warning about buying refurb from Best Buy.
Yep. Don't do it. Yeah. That I didn't do it. So I read all the reviews, and all the reviews said the same thing. They said, do not do it. Basically, they showed a picture of a box that they just threw it into the box. They didn't like pack it at all. So the drone was just flopping around in there. Could you imagine what that would do after, a trip across the United States?
It was UPS.
Yeah, all the stuff was literally tossed in the box. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do it. So I was just I wanted to scavenge the goggles and the freaking controller out of there. Because at the minimum, I'd be able to get rid of those, because you can, the goggles are still are really valuable. I mean, they're good too. The goggles too are really good. So if you're like sitting with your goggles too, and you just don't want to jump up to the new versions, I would either jump here or just stick with your 2s for sure. I loved flying with these. I'd never flown with them except one time, and I hooked it up to freaking the Kai 2 long range, and freaking I was in business instantly. OSD.
By the way, for those that want to know, the Integra goggles, don't forget, binds on different system, meaning you switch from your OG Vistas air unit to the O3 air unit, and you switch back, you don't have to rebind like you used to do on the V2 goggles. So
yeah,
that definitely makes it nice.
Yeah, the rebinding thing.
And by the way, I found, I showed it last week already, but I got the perfect case for the Integra goggle.
I have not bound my Integra.
Look at this. They fit in there just right. Nice and neat. Only thing of it is, it says walk snail on it. Oops.
Walk snail. Look what I did to the long range. I redid its little booties. That actually turned out nice. They just snap on. They're kind of cool. You don't have to screw them in. You just snap them on the bottom, and they stay in there.
They just snap on. They'll snap off too.
That's okay. Just make new ones.
First rough landing.
They just make new ones, man. But this is the mistake I made. Check this out, Kai. Look at that tiny little freaking mount. I thought it was a full-size one, but it's one of those little peanut mounts.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's not the full GoPro. I like that it's smaller. Then you could use a smaller screw.
I don't need a print one. I already get some. I get.
But I'm gonna go fly this with the Integra. And then I'll go bring out the 3-inch with the Integras too. That'll be fun. Be a good time.
See, we're going to fix this right now. And by the way, if anybody wants to buy this case and ever was curious, Walksnail does sell them for $7 plus $9.99 shipping, because they're shipping from China. And yes, I've got one on the way.
You're gonna have to show me how to flash the Vistas. Because
You don't know
you're
how
like
to plug it in and plug it and turn on the.
just do it. Just like for Integras, or can I just fly it like this? Can I just freaking bind it and go?
Fixed it.
Ah. Just put the Lone Star label on there. See, Ben already had that figured out.
The W and L leak out a little bit on the other side, but you almost can't tell. Walksnell just left the chat. Sunrise! My favorite beating boy.
And we're still waiting
this
for
is not happening either.
Yeah, we're still waiting for a lock in.
Yeah, no, we're gonna
Minefield. When's Minefield? Did somebody put the date up there? You understand, I live under a rock, so
Minefield, that's Ken Heron's thing up in Tennessee.
Such a joyous place to be right now.
Yeah.
With all the craziness going on there. Just stay away from the State House and you'll be fine. I was hoping Ken Heron would do a flight over it while the protest was going on. Unless they turned it into a TFR.
Well, Circus usually has a TFR, so
he's been flying around. He's flown that whole capital area there, and they just let him do it. There's like, there's the freaking crazy dude with the gray hair, scaring tourists. Maybe that's a good thing. So to get your GPS stats, okay, to get your OSD, okay, from here onto your Integras.
Oh, isn't that special? I'm his favorite bully. Yeah, Ken's got to fly inside the Capitol too at some point.
While there's a protest going on. I'd be impressed with that.
Jim, you're taking all the fun out of it now. Don't tip him off. He hasn't figured it out yet, so we're not going to tell him. Well, now it's too late. Even though what he's saying? Trying to put that chapter of my life out of my mind.
Don't want to.
Good luck.
Don't want that chapter of my life.
That's okay. We'll be here to remind you, Chris. You know, we're buddies like that. Yeah.
I watched the most recent. I think it was the most recent of Dr. Spock on Dirt Nap City. I thought that was kind of interesting about raising kids. That's Kelly's podcast. I've been listening to him on like Saturdays and when I take a walk Sunday. So if you like those little history snippets, check them out. I certainly enjoy them. I certainly do enjoy those history snippets.
All right. So, but just as a conclusion to our GPS thing, if you have issues with GPS on Beta Flight 4.4 or better, you're not alone.
Yeah, it's not a done deal.
And I did see in their GitHub that there's other people having problems of the same nature, and they're being investigated. So we will find out. Stay tuned. Until that thing gets here, or those thing gets here, I actually ordered these things today. Share screen. Let's see, right there. So I ordered one of these. The GM10 Mini V3. They're supposed to get satellite much faster. And I want was the mini because of 18 by 18 dimensions. Otherwise, I have to design a whole new GPS holder for this thing. So,
Uh-huh. I'm intrigued.
by what?
I'm intrigued by all this new crap out right now. It is, it's quite interesting.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you have some beta flight questions too?
We had the GPS and stats question. How to get GPS and stats?
How to get GPS and stats?
Right. From when you first hook up to the new goggles, it doesn't just magically appear for you, the GPS data or your OSD.
You mean the OSD?
Right.
Doesn't show up.
Yeah. So
In order to get OSD to show up in, and it's the same for walks now. It's the same for HG0, and it's now for the air units. You have to enter a command into the CLI command.
right.
And there's different ways of doing that. And my easiest way is you actually go, let's see.
And take a picture of all your settings before you do all this stuff.
You always should do a dump and diff file.
Dump and dip.
So you have all that.
Dink and dump.
Start guide. All right, that's basically the same command line right here. Let me pull this back up. So you have to do this one here, set OSD display port device equals MSP. And then you have to type set display port underscore MSP underscore serial equals Y. And Y would be the UART that you have on the ports -1. So if you're on UART 3, you enter a 2 here because that thing starts counting at 0. 0 is 1, 1 is 2, 2 is 3, and so forth. But that will get the OSD going on Betaflight 4.3, 4.3.1, 4.3.2. And if you're on 4.4, the easiest way of doing that is by, just plug yours back in here since we have it. Go into the presets, go to VTX. Come on, VTX. And this thing right here, the FPV WTF MSP OSD, and it applies to everything.
Put up on the screen.
Well, why is it not on the screen?
I don't know.
Yep.
There we go.
We want to see it, Kai.
So, share screen, entire screen. Okay.
There we go. There he is.
Let me get back here. Close that for a second. So, when you're plugged in, go to the presets tab. Down here, you select VTX, and then only VTX related stuff comes on. And this one right here, actually, it's this one right here.
Oh, our faces are
For 4.4. And then you choose whatever display port you're on. On this one, we're on display port 2, or the display port is on UART 2.
Right.
And you just click pick.
Warning.
Yeah, no, it's giving me a warning because I'm on the different firmware on this right now. You just pick, and then you hit save and reboot, and you be in business. So, yeah, right now yours is back on 4.3.1.
Right.
But I'm not done with it yet. I'm going to get it to 4.4. Now that I know what I'm looking for and looking at.
Right. It's just so many unknowns. Just it's not just a simple plug and play operation. And that's what's getting a lot of us newbies. So I think as we move forward though, there's more and more folks with their that are starting to get it figured out. And there's still bugs in the system. And those bugs need to be dealt with first.
Well, I try to bend this thing a little bit. It don't bend. You know, that guy there.
It's just another problem to solve. It's just another problem that you need to solve, Kai.
Yeah.
I sure as hell ain't going to solve it.
But anyway, we're going to unplug this puppy.
I just fly the damn things. I'm working on the other part, but I haven't been claimed to be a problem solver yet.
Yeah.
I'm certainly enjoying myself though.
How far are you with your cable thing there?
Cables, I'm ready to go.
Let's see. Let's see what you got.
She's all tucked away.
So you just need to loop the wires a little bit so you can get that connector into the holder.
I got this big freaking mess right here. That's the receiver wires. I would get rid of them if it wasn't for the fact that they might be useful someday. So the big thing,
You might want to tape those off because one of those wires is hot.
yeah, it's the pretty red one, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe that's my problem. I got too many loose wires hanging out. I should have a piece of electrical tape sitting over the top, and then I've got this little this is a little Bluetooth module.
Yeah.
That I double stick tape to the top when I get the top plate back. But anyway, I got to get the GPS has got to be longer.
If that cable is long enough, double stick tape it either behind or in front of the stack. Don't put it on top the flight controller.
Put it back this way.
If it fits back there, stick it back there. If it fits on the front and by the front somewhere, put it by the front. Anywhere but on top the flight controller.
Yeah. I think that's where I had it. I think I had it right over here. Yeah, because it's freaking putting out so right up there.
No, it's just weight that sits on top of the flight controller with undesirable.
But you see this GPS wire? Too short. Because some freaking nifty builder had to make everything the perfect length. No, that's just how long the pigtails come. And this is the GPS unit that goes on there. And like I said, I just got to get those connected, and then we'll be back in business.
I'll be patient for a couple of days. I'll send you some longer wires. Was when I sent you back the long range. I got longer wires.
And then for the antennas, I'm just going to put some stubbies on here. I'm just going to tie them just tie these off and then throw some stubbies on and we'll be going. We'll be out and about. I wish they would have done that when they first built that. That would have taken DJI to run some cables back there and just stick the freaking antennas where they're supposed to be. Or Flywoo, sorry, it's Flywoo that freaking designed that.
Well, to good folks at Flywoo,
save 10 cents. Save $3 freaking. Do it right and charge the buyer.
But anyhow,
pass along the cost. Yeah, that's a headache. It's a real headache. It is a very big headache. And you got to have patience with this stuff. And if you don't have patience, I'm learning patience. I'm learning to be patient here. As long as I got other stuff to fly, I'm happy. But I really do like that build. That is a really nice build. I mean, you can really you have a lot of flexibility with what you can do with that thing. There's just, so you can get it out there and it's light.
Just go ahead and fly the Capitol. It's okay.
Permission. I wanted to fly the grounds.
Let's just go ahead and fly and we'll come and visit.
Yeah, no pain, no gain.
We'll come and visit.
Yeah, no pain, no gain, man. You gotta try.
Here, Ben has some wisdom for you. You'll turn that wire into a heater once you plug the battery in. Oh, hold everything. Mr. Geeksvana. Sean, how are you?
Geeksvana's in the house. YouTube finally sent me the
algorithm. I don't know if it's the cool side or the dark side, but
well, we get the cool side and we're also freaking the smart side. There's a lot of freaking brains over here. I don't claim to have all the brains, but Kai seems to make up for what I'm missing. So
he's got the. I got the looks. He's got the brains. Some.
yeah, and the lots of money part isn't happening. Oh yes.
Oh, Officer Kai. Yeah, Officer Kai can help. Officer Kai can help us everything.
Trying to see what.
See, Officer Kai can get really official real quick, like.
Beep, beep, beep. It's like, what the frick? Trying to figure out what this thing's connecting to. I'm just messing around with this diatone. Get out of here. Get away from me.
Diatone? You still have that thing?
The 3-inch. I was just wondering if that little Vista unit had any updates that required. Things never been updated.
Of course, it's gonna go well. I understand where your hesitation is. Just do it. Just go Nike. Just do it.
I think you better equalize the playing field with Geeks Fauna too. Give him some blue love.
Oh, he needs to be smurfed.
Yep.
All right, come here, Geeks Fauna. Hold still. I won't hurt.
It will only hurt for yep. We're only going to extract a certain amount of blood and DNA.
He's been smurfed. You've been blued. You're blue in the face now.
Blues Clued.
Yeah, Nike is sponsoring us now. Just do it.
Any
And if I think it's shit, then say just don't.
Yep, we're going to have some rocky roads ahead. Anytime you make that many software updates with Betaflight, it is going to be a rocky road. They're pushing to be cool. I think everybody's trying to stay relevant. Everybody wants to keep their users happy. Walksnail is slowly becoming more and more user friendly with people. People are starting to believe in the walking
Sunrise,
snail.
I wouldn't hurt Sean. You in a heartbeat, not Sean. Okay. just to clarify.
The theory of the walking snail.
Yeah. Well, I'm really enjoying the Walksnail system. Speaking of Walksnail. Yeah. Ta-da!
Oh no, another Pro. Yep.
The Pro Kit.
Another Pro Kit.
The Pro Kit's in the house.
They're finding themselves on a lot of different little builds here lately.
And the Odonata is finally got
Look at that.
a proper S1 board on it.
That's a nice little bird.
This is a little 2-inch flywoo antenna that I put on there now. Make it a little more official looking. But the V2 version of the 1S board is a lot smaller. So if anybody has or wondering what the difference is between the 1S kit, 1S board for Walksnail, the V1 and the V2. The V1, the board is slightly bigger, and there's a plug for the power to plug into, or the UART to plug into on the And hell, I got that one here too. And on the V2 version, if I can get it out of here. Well, nice and easy. The wire is already soldered to the board. So if you have a flight controller that has a plug-in on it, you can just plug it in, or you're going to have to cut the plug off and solder it to your flight controller. And that's got a 14 by 14 camera on it. It does come with its own antenna.
That's nice.
And it comes with an adapter to mount into a 19 by 19 space.
You just need to put some little tiny prop guards on there. Isn't that the one that you said you were going to put prop guards on?
The prop guard's going on the Autonata yet. I haven't done that yet. I have been a little too busy with work stuff.
Right. I figured
the
that.
choice of starting a new job. So, but yeah, walks into the house, and I need to start building on that axis. There's more projects coming down the pipe.
Yeah, I've been really eyeing the Axis Flying Cineon C-35 really bad, but it's hard to part with them as much money as those things freaking cost you. I mean, they're just so expensive. Because I want the version that they have a GPS version that is an option. The colors are kind of cool too, but it's 03 with a GPS on it and 6S. That's the other thing it has to be. It has to be 6S. Has to be 6S. I was looking to see if I could find it. It's really hard. Their website sucks ass because you can never get it. Impossible to find. Google doesn't like it.
Sean is coming to Minefield. Shoot, I might just have to take a road trip. Somebody fill me in. When is Minefield? Everybody in the chat keeps talking about it. Come on,
Minefield?
Somebody tell me.
Minefield 4.0.
Might just have to take a road trip up there. Come on, somebody has to answer. I know somebody knows. August 19th. August 19th.
Right in the heart of hot. Yeah, it's usually towards the end there. Yeah, it's right before. I think. You know what? It always goes on the time I go to work. That is exactly the time my work starts. Every year.
I don't know how you can say that you start work and not turn red while you do it.
I haven't worked in a while. I've had 2 big long breaks. We had spring break and then I had 4 days off for Easter. And it was I was productive. That's all I can say. I got flights in. I told you I've been working on my pool, man.
Where is it? 35 V2 was 03 unit, right?
Yep. 03, 35, 6S. The only thing that it won't let you do is it won't come with with ELRS inside of the. Well, they don't have one available right now for the GPS version. So the GPS version does not come with an ELRS receiver. and I kind of wanted to have
Right
all
here,
of it
right here. Plug and play. 03 was GPS
without RX.
without receiver, but LED. So you already got LED in there, and
Yeah,
then you just got
yeah.
to plug in a
Take those freaking LEDs off there because I'm not flying at night. So you can get those off and save me freaking $30 right there.
GPS without receiver. So
Yeah, $555.
yeah, and
And then you
then
can
$15 for a receiver.
and you can replace your prop guards for $10. The $10 loop prop guards. 6S, that thing is gonna freaking it's screamer. And a 3.5 inch. Fly the crap out of that. And then I can put I can fly with my 1100s on there. Or bigger. I can go bigger. But right there it is. See, it's got that little GPS hanging off the back.
Yep.
But it doesn't have to have doesn't have to have those freaking LEDs. All they do is rob you of power. But
Sean announced his American tour on first Friday. Well, I've been watching some of it. I do know Spin Up is now on October 21st. And this creates a huge conflict in schedule in my house. Because on October 20th, my girlfriend is hosting her annual Bunko night. So
Bunko.
yeah, once a month they got 12 people and they rotate between all the houses. And October just happens to be her month. So don't know how we're gonna pull this one off yet.
Oh, you got the schedules of that is conflicting already.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
I
what's up with you? I mean, we're 10 minutes past the hour, and you haven't been screamed at yet for Taco Tuesday.
I should probably go feed my dog. My dog hasn't screamed at me either.
It's suspiciously quiet at your house.
Yeah, what I think is going on is I think my wife tonight she should be home though. She's got a book club. Speaking of all these Bunko night book club, I think she's got book club today, but she'd be home though. But I better go feed Steve anyway because Steve's being very good and patient.
Dustin, you absolutely should.
But yep, Cineon C35. I think that might be in my future. I just like it. It just looks fun. And
well, let me build mine, and
yeah, we'll find out what happens here. We'll see what the Kai,
see how that works out.
Let's see what the Kai 3 turns into. But it's got a nice little frame. It's got the shock mounted frame for the 03, and it doesn't even need to fly with the
shock mounted.
Huh?
It's in aluminum case, but it has a little rubber insert.
Oh, that's right. Yep, I see. I'm looking at it, the little front there. Yeah, it's got the little rubber insert. That's the same picture I'm looking at. Currently, one in stock. But it just has a lot of flair. Has a lot of flair. Maybe I'm gonna put the lights on.
I don't know why you don't want that LED on there.
I know the LEDs would make it cool for like twilight as you're getting to the end of the night and you're flying. You get that little glow out there flying, that little glowing. That would be kind of fun. Maybe. All righty, Kai. I'm going to take off here. I think it's time.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to give it up.
I think we solved most of the problems of the world right now, and I think we can.
Well, there's still plenty of other problems, but we're not going to solve those tonight.
Well,
we got to leave a little bit for Sunrise to deal with too. So, anywho, any more words of wisdom?
Nope. Just be careful when you're working with this new firmware. Just be very careful. It's not a slam dunk.
Well, I fixed it fairly quick on this end, but
it is making things better.
Remotely is difficult.
It's making things better for everybody.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us. Special thanks to Geeks Fauna to actually pop in here and say hello. So he's going to be on his American tour. I'm guessing tour dates are forthcoming.
Geeks Fauna.
Of course, you had to bring up the Kai one.
The original Kai one.
Sunrise, we're going to have a little chat behind the woodshed.
The original Kai one. A toy you want to give to the nephew that you don't like.
I still have it.
No.
I still have it. Wondering if there ever going to be a firmware update to that thing. That toilet bowling son of a beast.
Oh, that's so nice. See that new GPS, how it just snaps right in there? Just snapped right in there. Just as easy as the old one snapped right out.
All right, fellas. It is time.
But have a good one. Have a happy Tuesday. Eat some tacos because that's what I'm going to go do. And Taco Tuesday is always a good way to start the week.
And especially when it's like just got here, but unfortunately, we're on our way out. So, again, thank you all. If you could hit the thumbs up button on the way out, please, I'd appreciate it. Until then, I guess till next Tuesday, when we'll be here again, doing it all over. Any more words of wisdom?
We should have all the problems of the world solved too by Tuesday. Maybe, definitely not by Friday.
No, Friday is beer night, so we'll leave that for Tuesday.
My wife's the garage door just went open. I think my in-laws were waiting for her to get home.
Oh,
that's
probably you better get.
I can hear the garage door.
Thank you. We'll see you next week. Same place, same time. Until then, y'all take care.
Hey, take it easy, Kai. Thank you, man.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, bye.